Now this ain't the type of magic that you're used to. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we coming with another wonderful episode of Movie Reviews, and we're having a good time. There is so much fun to be had with, of course, Bright. And this is a movie that's on Netflix. You can check it out right now. So we're gonna be getting into spoilers for this because this should be kind of readily available to you. You can always stop this movie, watch it real quick, and come back. It's about like the hour and 45 minutes, something like that, like 2 hours, maybe. I don't even think it's 2. But this is a movie that's pretty nice. See, I like the world that they build in this. David Ayer is killing it. Max Landis, notwithstanding any new drama, because I really don't know about that. So I'm only going to be talking about Max Landis that wrote this. I don't know anything else about nothing. So please don't get my comments about that. I don't know nothing about nothing. But David Ayer created this world where it's, you know, I live in LA, but LA needs some help in this movie. I mean, you get to see a reimagined LA that it's very similar to the LA now, but it's just worse on every level. Like you're looking at, it's almost like third world country LA. Like LA need, like there's the extravagance of the rich with the elves in the elf district, and then just everywhere else look like Training Day divided by 85. Like it's just worse, man. It's just horrible conditions. It's like everywhere is the worst gully hood, B. And like it's crime everywhere. It's just bad. And you know, these people are just kind of like trying to live their lives because you have so many different races. And think of the, you know, just the human race now, all right? And the different ethnicities and the problems that we have now, well, they're magnified because not only do we have humans and we have the different ethnicities, you got white, black, Asian, whatever. Now you're adding that with orcs, with elves, with fairies, with, you know, they even had Minotaur or something walking around. There's tons of, I guess, extra hate to go around now. And they deal with that in a very interesting way with racism, with hate, with, you know, with people trying to just make it through the day. And I think that's something that, you know, this really gets across very well, is that this is a broken world that people are just trying to get by. And the only folks that are standing between the people that are just trying to get by and the folks that are just the wolves and crazy folks are the police. And that's where we find Ward and Jacoby. And the way the movie opens up is very interesting because that shot from the trailer where the dude comes up with the pump shotty, that's how we open this movie because, of course, we're getting Ward back into the, you know, back into the, I guess, fold and back on the force and kind of getting back his bearings back. And Jacoby, of course, is an orc he's the first on the force. People are not sure if they trust him, and he's dealing with all that racism, you know, that is just kind of like pretty much magnified because he's the only one. And of course, he's hated by orcs, he's hated by the police, and you kind of feel for him. And the reason you do is because this movie goes a long way to establishing the characters, and that's what makes this world work, is because these characters are real people. Now, of course, there's a couple of kind of, you know, with the internal affairs guys, but every show, every movie, IA always comes in and they're just kind of like the douchey guys. But this movie deals with people in a very real way. And I think this is a big plus for this film. Another big plus for this film is that after setting the stage, the characters, the world that we're living in, and they give you some time to do that, you know, kind of like their attitudes, their demeanor, we find out that this is a survive the night film for the most part. And we've seen some survive the night films this year. We've seen some good ones, we've seen some bad ones. Thank God this is a good one, because this movie, you just have so much going on and so much to grab onto. You know, you have the mysticism, you have the humans, you have the orcs, you have what it feels to be cast out and what it feels to be apart. And you also get a lot of situations between the grass being greener for Ward and for Jacoby. And I think that in a survive the night situation, this movie really shines and ratchets up the action when it's needed. Now we've got some cool stuff to get into and my score, unless you've already seen the thumbnail, but I'm gonna let you know why in just a second. But of course, KURO brand gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, that's right. Get yourself a shirt at the link down below. They got hats, hoodies, all that. And once you find what you like at KURObrand.com, cop it. So let's get into the Dark Lord, which is this prophecy of, the Dark Lord coming back. There's gonna be some people to stop him. And when they stop this man in the middle of the street that's waving this crazy sword, talking about he's, the Dark Lord's coming, the sword, shield, and all this mess. And he seems crazy, but he's actually not. He meets up with the orc probably just at the right time, and Jacoby's listening to him. Ward's trying to figure out what's going on. And we get this deeper level of the Magic Task Force, which is like the FBI for the magic. You get to hear about the Shield of Light, and we don't know exactly who they are, but they've protected the world from the Dark Lord and all that good stuff. Then you get this wand that comes up on a regular call. And once it comes up, it gets crazy. Like the shot in the trailer where you think like, oh, it's just some people trying to take the wand on the police side. No, they're literally like, yo, either you're down with this plan or we're gonna kill both of y'all. And they decide to try to kill both of them. And that's when you see the illest, rootinest, tootinest, gun shootinest of course, Will Smith. I was gonna say Ward, but this is Will Smith in this shot. Will Smith turns around, he's like, badoosh, badoosh, badoosh. And like, yo, everybody falls down, man. Like, yo, homie shoots so sick, it's crazy. And that shot alone, I'm like, yo, man, look, yo, David Ayer, you're doing your thing. But of course, a Survive the Night film wouldn't be anything without people chasing you. So it wasn't just the cops that tried to kill them. That was the first thing. That's how the night started, was my colleagues are trying to kill me. That's how the night starts. It gets worse because everybody wants this magic wand. And they make a little a reference to how well the elves do, because most elves, or most brights are elves. And with the bright being able to wield a magic wand and spells and all this mess, it kind of shows why the elves is living fat. But outside of just the cops that are now after them, the FBI that's after them, you have the gangs, and you have Lila, or Layla, I think it's Layla. Layla is this, oh boy, it's Tika's sister that really wants that wand back, and she wants it back bad. And this is something that I'm gonna have to give shouts out to David Ayer and of course Max Landis, because this is a villain who barely says anything but has a lot of presence in the film, because she is not playing. She has two goons with her, right? And they be taking out like squads, B. Like the action that you see from them, of course elves have, superhuman strength, they're super fast and all that stuff. But on top of that, like these cats is like the black belt, green beret elves or something. Like these dudes is like all the folks that like Legolas chill with or something. Cause like they is not playing up in this joint. They kill everybody in their path. It don't matter, cop, gang, whatever, they kill everybody. And it's a lot of fun, but they are dangerous and hot on our folks' trail. And you take the world building, you take the crazy Survive the Night, you take the elves, you take the orcs, you take this prophecy of bringing Jacoby back to life, and you got a movie that I'm definitely gonna say is solid, right at 4 stars. And mostly because the characters themselves provide insight into this world that's built very well. And it's just shot well, it's directed well, it's acted well, and I have a lot of fun. And I didn't know how this was gonna play out. Like usually you're like, hey, these are the good guys, so they're just gonna win. But there's a couple of places where you're like, you know what? They could kill, because there are movies where they kill the main character, like say the beginning of the 3rd act or whatever, and you're like, whoa. So you didn't know where they were gonna take this, and it was good to see. It was good to see that they were able to tell this story without being tropey. Like there were a couple of tropes, but they stayed away and really gave you some meat on them bones. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get a film where it's like, look, this is a skeleton crew film, and you know this joint, it really ain't got much. But this movie really found a way to give you all of the ingredients of a good time, especially in a survive the night film. So guys, have you seen Bright? Holla at me, I'ma holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk about Ward, let's talk about Jacoby, let's talk about whether it's okay to kill fairies or not. But before I bounce, I'm gonna tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So of course, LA what up, VA what up, RVA you got my heart, and please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, yo, a magic wand is straight dangerous. Handle with care. Peace.